Hi, this is Melissa from Melissa vs. Fibromyalgia here, and we are talking yoga for fibromyalgia today. Type yoga for fibromyalgia into Google and you will find a wealth of information trails to follow. There are countless blogs and articles covering the benefits of yoga, meditation, and mindfulness for people with fibromyalgia. The crossover of yoga into the Western world has resulted in a more mainstream practice and scientific research backing up what the practitioners have known for years. There's even research that has found encouraging correlations between regular yoga practice and decreases in pain, fatigue, and sleep problems. The yoga for those with fibromyalgia is relatively relaxing and breath-focused. Restorative yoga is highly recommended. A sequence I created with a yoga instructor has given me the basis for regular practice, with modifications for days where I haven't the energy or pain levels to cope with a full sequence, and for days when I feel I can push a little further. I have some gentle restorative poses that I enact naturally, especially legs on a chair and child's pose. When I'm pregnant, I love cat and cow pose, which is a tilt of the pelvis. It's amazing. After more than a decade of learning to live well with fibromyalgia, perhaps the most valuable learning I possess is the ability to tune into my body. I am constantly analysing what works, what doesn't, what causes what pain, and what helps which body parts. I bring this into my yoga journey, which has had ebbs and flows over the amount of time I've dealt with the pain. The value of yoga for a body in pain and fatigue can be found in the awareness of what you are doing with your body in each pose, consciously engaging the correct muscles, taking the correct stretch or benefit on offer. The basis of the breath, breathing is key to yoga and accessing the parasympathetic nervous system. Even the stretches encourage full use of the breath, offering relaxation benefits to stretches. The invitation to be outside of the usual mind chatter. It's so easy to be lost in the movement, the breath, and the experience of the pose. The gentle strengthening. A favoured pose, downward facing dog, utilises all the key muscle groups. The ease of fitting practice in. Some days it can be 20 minutes on the mat engaged in a flowing sequence. Others it can be a few key stretches and snippets of minutes. On yet others it can be one restorative pose for 10 minutes. Corpse pose can be used when sleep is being elusive, with or without a body scan meditation. The practice of yoga includes many options, and I definitely make use of the many tools it offers. Some of the yoga tools include sequences that are focused on strengthening. I do a modified sun salutation sequence with additions when I can, and I provide a link to a sequence recommended for those with rheumatoid arthritis in the post. Stretching poses like child's pose, restorative poses or one-off poses, Yoga Nidra, which is guided meditation or yogic sleep, and meditation is something I go into in my giant meditation post. I love meditation, and yogic breathing. My ideal yoga practice would look like this: sun salutations first thing, gentle yogic stretches at work, Yoga Nidra after work, and legs on a chair pose in the evening, or any one of these in a day. I never do all of them. Perhaps the best part of yoga for fibromyalgia is that you can fine-tune it to your experience, your day, or your mood. If the fatigue is bad and post-exertion malaise has been plaguing you, you can choose a few poses and take breaks. If a particular body part has been upset, you can gently stretch all the muscles around to free it up. If you're desperate for a break from your mind and its constant noise, you can do Yoga Nidra and let the voice take over for a time. I am so into yoga for fibromyalgia that I'm sure that if you've been reading my blog for any amount of time, you will have figured it out. There's a free report about yoga for fibromyalgia in my resources page. There's also a chapter in my book, Melissa vs. Fibromyalgia, and I talk about it frequently. Has anyone else found benefit from yoga practice, or even just parts of it? I'd love to hear how you use yoga.